So this D3 pitcher right here got drafted in the 7th round by the Houston Astros. And if you're a baseball player who wants to play college baseball, even into the bigs, then you're really going to want to stay to watch the rest of this clip. So I found this video on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure it's a 5-year-old video, so I'm assuming that he's a senior in high school at this point, throwing a pin here. But we'll take a look here in a little bit on his mechanics and what he looks like in college and how well he's been able to pitch at that level. But the drastic difference from here to where he's at in college, like at my initial reaction to watching him pitch was he's got a body that can play at the next level, and his trunk, his shoulders, and his arm action look pretty solid, but, falling off to the glove side, not having a strong glove side, not using the lower half, just not looking, really athletic overall as a player at this point in time. And there's a lot of players who are like this, especially pitchers at this level. And what guys really need to understand is that it takes time for your body to develop, to add this strength, the muscle, the size. That's why I'm such a big proponent of guys really getting in when you're like 10, 11, 12, getting in with the right kind of coaches and trainers to build your body up, get the strength up, take care of your nutrition stuff early so you can have a higher ceiling and a bigger floor as well. So let's take a look at what he's looking like in college. So now what we're seeing out of Bryan, a lot more athleticism to his delivery, to his arm action. He's getting into the lower half a little more violence in the throw. I think he's like low 90s, hitting like 94, maybe 95. Not sure fully where his splits are. It's hard to find, metrics and numbers for guys at the D3 level. But a big difference from where he was at as a high schooler. Still got a little bit longer, kind of funkier load with the arm action. So always some things to kind of clean up and work on. But just a huge difference in how he looks, how he moves, how he throws. And this is something why this is the reason why it's so important for guys to really understand the process it takes, but also something had to have changed, right? Who knows if it was just from the coaching staff at the college that he was at, or if he's working, with another trainer or coach outside of it. But something changed in his process. And it's not just, he went from 6'3" to 6'6", like growing 3 inches. Yeah, it must be nice to be a 6'6" guy. But he also put on 40 pounds over the last 5 years as well. So there's a lot of work. Big credit to Bryan here for all the work he's done to get to this point, to get drafted. Like that stuff just doesn't happen by mistake. But players, you got to understand that just because of where you're at right now as a high school player, even if you're upperclassman, you're a senior, and you're not where you want to be, one, there's something in your process, in your development, in your training in particular that's probably lacking. But two, if you stick with it and you take your training seriously, then the ceiling for you, the upside is going to be there. You've just got to get in with the right people who are going to help you get there, put in the work, and have the belief in yourself that you can make it happen as well. So big shout out to Bryan for getting drafted by the Astros this year in the 7th round. Best of luck to you with that future, buddy, and hoping you have all the success in the world.